Okay, so let's get into pulling seats. When we're looking for seats to buy, we are looking for the highest value seat. This is not always the closest to the stage and not always the most expensive tickets. We are looking for the highest value. So these are the best seats you can find for the best price. And the reason we're doing this is because in huge venues, a lot of times seats won't actually sell out all the way. There may be a bunch of seats in the very back of the arena that just haven't sold out, but what has sold out is the front row seats in each price section. So let's take a look at this Cherub show in Dallas, Texas. So this venue is not a large arena, but still over the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all of these seats available here that you see are slowly going to sell out. The pre-sale just started, so this is the perfect time to hop in and buy tickets. So as these seats slowly disappear, there's going to be less and less seats available, and people are going to have to start buying seats from the back of the venue. And this is when a lot of people are going to come and say, I don't want to sit in the very back of the venue, and that's when they hop over to StubHub and look for seats near the front. So if we look over at this show M83 in Dallas, we can see that there's already most of the seats near the front taken. So it would not be a good idea to buy these back row seats. Because if you take a look here, $45, these front row seats were also $45. So why would somebody spend $45 to sit in the back when they could look on StubHub and find a seat way closer for probably only a little bit more? So even though these seats are the exact same price to us, that's why we are trying to find the front row seats. So what we want to do when pulling seats is look up the seating chart and get 100% familiar with it. We want to know the different prices of each different section to make sure we're not missing anything. So right here we can see that general admission is $28 for the Cherub show. And all the seats over here are $38, including these box seats. So this is unusual for a show. Usually general admission is going to be more money than seated shows. So what we know from this is that only people that want to sit down are going to come and buy seats. Most people are going to come on here and say, oh, general admission is cheaper, so I'm going to buy general admission. You also want to look for price breaks. Price breaks are when the price changes even though it's in the same section. So here we're going to look for some. As you can see, $38, $38, $38, $38. Each of these rows is the same exact price. Sometimes in a lot of venues, you'll have some rows $38, and then the next row behind it, it'll jump up to a higher price. So you always want to look for those and be conscious of them before buying tickets. So you want to come around here and look at the price of every seat and know what's going down in the venue before you buy any tickets or add any tickets to your cart. You need to know what's going on. So now that you're familiar with the venue, you want to weigh all your options between the available seats and get as close to the front row as possible. So here we have some box seats that are open, as well as some seats in the center that are not the front row but are pretty close. So it seems for this venue, the only ones that would be pretty high value are these box seats here or this third row in. I would not want to buy any of these seats because these are getting pretty far back in the venue, and there's going to be a lot of people selling these seats right here already on StubHub. When buying your seats, you always want to buy a pair. People don't really go to a concert by themselves. Of course, there's a couple people that'll go, and that's totally cool, but I would never want to buy this one seat here because 95% of people are going to go with their friend or a couple of their friends, and they're going to be looking for multiple seats to buy. So you always want to buy at least a pair. When I'm pulling seats, I always buy 2 seats right next to each other. And sometimes I'll buy 2 seats in one section, 2 seats in another, 2 seats somewhere else to really diversify that investment. as soon as you buy your seats, you want to download your tickets and list them immediately. Because as soon as the show is on sale, people are going to be looking for the high value seats to make sure they get a good spot at the concert. So even though there's a bunch of seats available here, there's going to be people going over to StubHub and looking to see if these seats are available. So that's why you want to list them immediately and make sure you have a nice price on there to get those people who are going in early and looking for the good seats.